It is now 10 p.m. Saturday, July 19th, 2014. I'm going to hold this aside. My eyes are noticeably better. Not their best, but better. So is my left cheek in particular. My right cheek for some reason puffs up worse. My appearance had come back to normal. My voice had come back to normal. My neck had come back to normal. But I tried to just go out briefly in the last couple of days. And I'll probably speak more as to this later. Because I know I'm being very closely surveilled still and interfered with. And they're trying to make me sound, paranoid for saying so, but I think I've established years and years of documentation. In fact, I'm quite sure that a reasonable person will acknowledge, shows very good corroboration as to that. And I want to show, because I'm being exposed right now to toxic chemicals, I made the point to leave none of these bad known toxic chemicals that are known eye irritants and lung irritants around the house. I had disposed of them before I left on the trip to Las Vegas. Instead, I was exposed to them throughout the Las Vegas travel, and I had to work extra hard to upload to my email, in order to email to contacts with confidentiality privilege, a business card that at first appeared to have not been properly delivered, to have been intercepted, that I had to re-email, that compelled me to re-email it, that shows that a woman who was there at Harrah's Hotel in Vegas while I was there, who throughout was being referred to, including by her badge, as the hotel operations manager. And she was also referred to as the front desk manager, and as the main one who I would have to speak to over any other shift of front desk manager, with regard to potentially waiving any resort fees, etc. Because I was not able to enjoy any gym or anything like that. And really I was not able to enjoy my stay in my room or anything like that. I think there's some footage that shows people why, including my phone just being automatically directed to a busy signal, no matter how many times I tried to pick up the phone in the room, and other signals being interfered with, intercepted, including to take care of the financial situation with regard to wrongful billing with regard to these hotel stays. So I'll have to follow up on that as well, and so forth. And a lot of pressure has been put on my mom since I came back to categorize me as unstable, etc., to have people point their fingers at me, even if I just go to eat pizza, that supposedly, and don't bother anybody, supposedly my behavior is odd. And so I had somebody who supposedly works at the pizzeria suddenly walking up to people asking them if they want to be moved, and then walking up to me asking me if everything is okay. She made the point to approach us. The people did not agree that they had any reason to be moved, and I did not give her any reason to carry on any further, but she was still trying, and it made me very uncomfortable, so I left earlier than I normally would have. Same with the hotel stays. In any case, this will have to be proved by ruling things out, I suppose, that what I'm next going to say. Or maybe credit card, very possibly credit card and or surveillance footage by third parties. I never buy things. You see, my voice is even going now. My eyes will probably get more irritated now, so the lids will get more puffy. There have been efforts made repeatedly and prolonged to try to convince me that it's a symptom that I need to be on thyroid medicine again. I've already received radioactive iodine treatment for supposedly having thyroid problems that quite possibly I did not have. The radioactive iodine treatment was in Colorado, USA. So only during the brief time I was gone, I finally got a promise from a parent that, and I'm not putting anything bad on any other parent by just saying a parent in this case because they're both on board with this, that no such chemical will be used at least until I'm well again. Well, that's really not good enough since it's known to keep making me sick. So every time I'm looking normal and feeling normal and sounding normal, there's a big effort to pour more of this chemical around me and the carpets, mopping the carpets and spraying these chemicals that a lot of them clearly say they're meant to be liquid form and not spray form, etc. They're not to be mixed with bleach, etc. Bleach bottles getting left open, etc. I've documented that since Colorado as well. I did not understand why. I have never bought this kind of thing, and so somebody in this house, or somebody with access to the house, who I'll tell you where these came from, put these in meanwhile, just during the brief time I was gone. And I've seen some of these getting sprayed, and I don't see, maybe one bottle looks like it might be meant to be sprayed, but it was not the bottle I saw getting sprayed from. These bottles here, I meant to get a glove to handle them, but I'll just, I don't see one lying around, I'll show them briefly. Came from, none of them came from in Dr. M's bathroom. I think he's a lot more careful about certain things. These ones came from just outside of his bathroom in the laundry room. So I don't know how much time I have to record this because I'm under a constant threat that somebody's going to just say that I'm acting too odd or something, and even come grab me out of the house if they get my mom to cooperate, that I need some kind of treatment or something. And but this is the bottle. I'll see, people can look it up more carefully later if I don't get a chance to put it in more detail later. That one. This one. This one. I've complained about this since we lived in Mexico in the 80s. This lavender fragrance stuff. Usually I see it with a name that's on here. And I usually don't see an ingredients list, and I see all sorts of warnings and so forth. It makes me wonder if it even is actually FDA approved. But I don't know. And I know several professional cleaners, including that I met at Harrah's Hotel, that said they would never use that stuff. They make the point never to use that stuff in their house. And this. And they basically, at least most, if not all, say known eye irritants. And many of them say known carcinogens. And many of them talk about the risk, especially to children, and or of course, any situation related to that is at least strongly implicated, such as potential pregnancy. So certainly, I don't think you'd want to expose a woman who would be potentially interested in childbearing and who has expressed that she has badly reacted to this stuff. This set here, let's see, came from, I'm just thinking if it's still the hallway. Yeah. This might be now under the kitchen sink. I put them in order that I saw them coming closer and closer in toward where I am right now. This is either, there was one that was not closed properly that spilled when I was trying to move it, because I'm getting ready to dump all of these again. And this one, it was actually left not completely closed, So it was very easily knocked over, as even just trying to get to the laundry room. And that might or might not have been a coincidence. Okay. And I don't recommend handling them without gloves. First thing I'm going to do after I shut this off is wash my hands again. And just in case there's any of the formula even on the bottle or anything, you're not supposed to get them on your clothes. There were signs that my pillow had been treated with some of this stuff, frankly, before. And then someone in the house made the point to wash my clothes really well, and my bedding and stuff, my pillowcase. Once I said that, I thought they were trying to do me a favor, but, anyway. Let's see. Same with this, because it really causes me lots, it really sets me back, health-wise. And I'm not saying if they're used the way they're supposed to be used, they're necessarily a bad thing, and for everybody. But if they're used with some, in a way they're not supposed to be used, and against somebody who is known to be sensitive to them, who's complained about this stuff for years and makes the point to keep throwing them out, and who's now concerned about other health issues, and who has had eye surgery, etc. These ones are from under the kitchen sink. This is from under the kitchen sink, and there's nothing to my knowledge that we've had to use a spray paint actually for many, many years. But it seems like this has been used for something recently. This, so at least several of these like this, see, newly bought. And there's only so many places around that most likely it was someplace around that they were bought. And most likely a place with surveillance, such as the local Walmart. And quite likely with a credit card. And definitely not by me. Another one here. And like I said, I emptied this house of all this stuff right before my most recent trip to Vegas. So these were all bought just in the last few weeks. Not earlier than the last few days of June 2013. These ones are also from under the kitchen sink. And I originally put these in a separate bag. They may or may not be as bad. Some of them say like the safe non-chlorine bleach. So I'd have to check more into that when there's more time. Hopefully there is more time to do so. But like I said, certain activities around have me quite feeling like maybe I don't have that much time to check certain things. So I'm just doing like a quick check right now, a quick review. And this and this from under inside my mom's bathroom, where I definitely do have permission to use. It's the only bathroom with some girl stuff downstairs in the main hallway, and with a shower as well as a sink. So and an air conditioning, its own air conditioning unit and stuff. So I sooner go in there. And this from under that sink, or in that bathroom, most of them from under the sink, and all new arrivals, since I'd cleared it out of this kind of stuff right before Vegas at the end of June, right before I departed for the Vegas trip, hoping to get a break from this stuff. And I think I said at the beginning of this narration that the woman that I was told I'd have to speak to about anything Sylvia somebody, Greek last name, if that's the real name, but it's the name on her business card. She was not acting normally, so I asked for a business card. And interestingly enough, I was given the business card that I had lots of problems disseminating, but finally got well disseminated through email, but I've not posted yet, but I'm about to. That actually says she was an environmental something manager. I believe it says environmental services manager, and for several hotels, not just for Harrah's. And this I mean, I know it seems like a nice idea, but it very clearly says keep out of reach of children and pets. It's often used for this type of thing when I'm not looking for my dog's room, because I keep getting told about, oh, you know, so it smells nice, whatever, and I keep saying please don't do that. And especially since the dog's room is on the second floor up here with me, and the doggy sleeps with me. That's my little Lindell. It says do not spray near eyes and skin, and do not inhale, toward the bottom there. I don't know how well you can make it out. Right shortly above the keep out of reach of children and pets. And this has been around longer, it looks like, from all the dust that's accumulated on it. I must have missed it when I was racing around to go to Vegas, but and it was also more in a corner. That helps to explain the dust too, but some of the same warnings. Basically virtually all to all eye irritants. So every time my eyes look like they're coming back into normal, my eyes get re-irritated by this stuff being put somewhere or some places, plural, around me. And then I get encouraged about, and my mom gets pressured about how, look at the puffiness around my eyes, especially my upper eyelids and all, and wow, it must mean that I need to go get my thyroid checked at least, so that I could be on thyroid once a day medicine at least again. It seems very important to certain parties that I get on some kind of prescription daily pill, and I haven't needed one. And I pray to God that harm stops being done to me and any baby in time, to prevent me from needing, you know, prevent more long-term and permanent damage. I mean, there's already been certain damage done that can't be taken back to my health, I would say. You cannot take certain things back, and certainly to my quality of life. But let's see if there's a noticeable difference as of right now. When it's really bad, there's like a separation, so it looks like kind of two lines at least up here where the crease is instead of one. Right now I'm still seeing a single crease, so any puffiness is actually not as measurable as it is other times when it separates into more than one crease. And I think I hear somebody coming to the house now, so I'll end this now. And thank you.